I
though.
really haven't even driven a dirt bike. You've driven a dirt bike?
Yeah, I've driven a dirt bike, but not like a motorcycle.
Yeah, but how
Like
much have
not
you
a
driven a
road
dirt bike? You driven a dirt bike like
twice
cro-
in my entire life.
crossed a pasture, crossed a dirt road? What are we talking about?
Like drove it around like a ranch
So out in the
for like
pasture.
yeah, a little bit of pasture, mostly just like their roads and like the ditch and
Is this Studie's ranch? No, you're not Ethan.
uh it was Evans out in Hagler, but north of Hagler way out there.
I stole this hat from Ethan Long, and yeah, I'm good at shouting people out. Um, and we were down in Arizona, and my flight left. I'm recording, by the way, too. My flight left. I woke up hungover. My flight was leaving in 40 minutes, and I was at Ethan's house waking up, hadn't packed. And so I grabbed all my shit. I didn't have my hat. I couldn't find my hat. I forget what hat it was. It was like my favorite. Oh, it was Anthony's hat. Anthony gave me a Miami Dolphins hat. I couldn't find it. So I grabbed Ethan's hat instead. I knew it was Ethan's hat, but I wanted a hat, so I grabbed it. And he's upset because this is like his favorite hat.
But he knows you have it.
He knows I have it because I took it, and I want to email it. I want to email it. God, we're fucking too young. Um, I want to mail it back to him, and that was why I wore it today because I want to motivate myself to mail it back to him in real time. God damn,
No.
didn't fucking talk. That tequila shot was too much.
You took a tequila shot before this?
They were talking about it at the bar, and they were like, "Oh, I love tequila," and it's like, "Yeah, I love tequila too. Give me one." Dude, the gnats are not that bad either. I have a bunch of gnats in my house, and it's
They
kind
were
of like
told, yeah.
it's kind of the same as what I left them. You know, they really didn't multiply that much. But I have all the Amazon packages, and I don't know how annoying this is gonna be, but I'm gonna open them up.
Aren't you leaving tomorrow? Back for Sioux Falls or whatever?
No, Wednesday or Thursday. I took these days off because I gotta kill all these
Oh,
gnats.
because I gotta kill all these
But
gnats.
there's really not any more than when I left because I haven't watered for like 3 weeks. So all my plants are dying, but all the gnats haven't grown. You know, they really haven't multiplied like I thought they would.
I don't know how gnats keep themselves with
Fuck
that
those
thing
gnats,
happen.
dude. Neem cake powder. This shit is death to gnats, apparently. I just put it in some water and I flood my plants with them. It's probably gonna kill my worms, but oh, they're fucked.
Are you gonna kill your plants then too?
No, it doesn't hurt plants or microbes. It just hurts like bugs. It like fucks up their hormones and they can't like develop. So then you gotta kill the old. You gotta kill the eggs. You gotta kill the larva, and you gotta kill the adults, and they all die separately. It's fucked. The adults die by they like yellow, so you put petroleum jelly on some yellow plates, and they just fly into it and stick to it.
Did somebody tell you this from experience or just the internet?
Dude, no, I've been researching this for like 2 weeks.
On the
Um,
internet?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
and
okay.
I trust the internet because I spend all my goddamn money based on these goddamn algorithms. They have me hooked, dude. They know exactly what I want, and I have the money to buy it. Um,
That's true.
oh
That is a
yes,
that's what it's doing
I'm
to you.
fucking hooked. They got me fucking pegged. These are just sticky traps. This is what you should buy, and you should buy petroleum jelly and yellow plates. But I bought these
I'm not.
instead. It's just sticky traps,
Oh, oh, I see.
mosquito bits. They love this shit,
It's-
and then they eat it, and then they dry up and die.
That's good.
I don't know what's in
Good.
this one. There's a book in this. Oh, this is my gardening book. I bought this because it tells me how to garden.
Yeah, after you kill your garden, you gotta like, it might as well start somewhere fresh, right?
No, I got like 5 Menards buckets I'm ready to garden in this summer,
Okay, there you go.
and this fucking book's gonna help me out.
What are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna have?
Urban gardening.
Perfect.
I
What are you
want
gonna what are you putting on?
cucumbers. I want because you know how cucumbers just take over your garden. Imagine if you
No,
just
don't
okay,
know that.
well, imagine if you just had a 1 5-gallon bucket and you put a few cucumbers in there, and then it takes over your balcony because they're goddamn bastards. But they're contained to a bucket, so they're not gonna get that big. Like they're just gonna take over half of my balcony. And
Okay.
wouldn't that be cool to just have like a fucking plant take over your balcony?
I mean, yeah, that'd be cool. Why cucumbers? Don't you want like some peppers, some tomatoes,
Yes, but I fell in love
cucumbers?
with cucumbers because I had these fresh cucumbers at these people's house, these old people's that I was ripping off houses, and they gave me some fresh cucumbers from the garden, and you cut them up into like forts, like pickles, and then you just salt them, and just fresh cucumbers with salt on them. The
Yeah, yeah.
goddamn best food you've ever had in your goddamn
You ever
dude.
had
It's
that before in
so
your life?
fucking good, and so like
The only way I can eat cucumber.
it's the best salt. I've never had them like that before. I've always had like shitty cucumber, casserole and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, I can't eat a cucumber. I don't really like it unless it's got salt. Otherwise, it's got to be a pickle.
But dude, and cucumbers are really good for stuff. I don't know, they got antioxidants or whatever, and so they're really
That
healthy. You just eat them fresh with eat some small cucumbers fresh with some salt. God damn it, so good. Ooh, what's this?
yeah.
Sounds it's powdery. It's probably death for gnats, I'm assuming. Dude, like I say,
It's
I've
just
been
a
buying
box.
this shit for like 2 weeks. I don't even know what this is.
It's just a box of anthrax waiting for you.
Well, already shook it up.
You said you wanted to kill gnats, and it just misspelled to myself, and this guy sent you a box.
He's like, dude, I've got everyone's asking for this kind of shit.
And now it's oh no, don't. Careful, Scott. Careful.
I'm actually terrified. I don't know what this is.
It's poison in that box.
Oh, it's giant. Jesus. Gnatrol. Jesus, well, I don't even remember buying this one, but it's called Gnatrol.
Red Bud Natural.
Redbud Soil
Don't think
Company.
about that.
Just in
Don't.
in marker it says Gnatrol. Like they didn't even fucking spend time to put it on the label.
Yeah, because they probably just made it up.
Nah, dude, I don't know what the fuck this
Hopefully
is.
they give you.
I have no idea what this is, but I'm assuming it kills gnats.
What website did you buy it from?
I don't know.
Amazon from a third
No,
party
I think I
seller?
might have bought it from their website actually. Dude, I'm like I said, I'm hooked on this fucking. There's a gardening YouTube channel, and they just sell me all this shit. And
They had a video specifically relating to gnats.
yeah, of course they did, dude. These are like house plants. Everyone who has house plants has these gnats.
God damn it, Scott.
I don't know, man. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. You're great. I love it. That's
What
amazing.
else? I wanted to fucking clear up some shit that Anthony was saying. I wanted to fucking clear up some shit we've talked about on this podcast.
What do you mean?
Well,
I've only been here for 2 episodes. Or
I
3.
don't have a
2.
wife. I've never been married, first of all.
That's a lie.
No, that's the truth. It was that joke lost me my wife. And so what else?
I mean,
So
starting off lying right away. Okay.
well, the
What else?
manager I was bringing up last time, I was all drunk and talking to a manager and he stole thousands of dollars from a bar. It's not my manager. I don't work for this guy. It was the bar manager. We were at a bar. I was at a bar. Anthony was there too. And I talked to the manager for a long time. It's the manager of the bar, not my manager. I kind of like said my man. I just said manager. I think it came across as maybe I worked for this guy that stole all this money, but no, I just went to the bar that this guy stole all this money. That's another thing I wanted to clear up.
Okay. Why do we need to clear that up? Like, like, so you know a guy, you met a guy at a bar that stole a bunch of money, and he was still working at said bar.
No, when I met him and I talked to him, I was all blackout drunk and talking about my brother's connections with the
You don't
mafia
remember
and all
this
that
story.
stuff.
So
And
you don't remember the story.
no, I don't remember what we talked about. I wish I did, but when I went back there recently a couple days ago, and the guy I talked to, I kind of told him this. I was like, yeah, I talked to the manager. He's always wearing a suit, and he's like, oh yeah, that guy's fired. He stole like $40,000. I was like, shit.
Oh no, dude! Like, dude, I used to work at Pizza Hut, right, in college, and there was a manager, the guy who hired me. I'm not gonna say his name, but he had been working there for 10 years at that point, and he was the manager of this Pizza Hut that was solely delivery. We didn't. I mean, you could do carry out or whatever, but that didn't really ever happen. We were just straight delivery for all of it. And one day I went to work, and he was just like, there was a new manager, and this guy, like the one of the line cooks had all of a sudden just been a manager, and this guy was gone, like just completely fired. Found out that he was stealing, like lying on all of his inventory sheets. So he
Was he stealing
was
Pepsi?
dude. I think he was stealing everything.
Just
I
like
think he was like,
dough, cheese, like meat.
yes, he was. So like
What a weird thing.
he was missing like $40,000 worth of cheese from like a 1 month thing. They like audited him for 1 month and he had no idea that it was happening. And the
What the
only
fuck?
reason that this happened was because a month before that he got caught smoking pot in the back of the store after hours by a like a manager, like a general manager or
Did you
whatever.
work in
Or
Crete? It sounds like you
no, no,
worked in
no, no,
Crete.
no. This was definitely in Hastings, but he just got fired because he was really like they really liked the guy. He wasn't like a bad manager, but apparently he was, and they just like, hey, we're not going to press charges against you. You just we need you to leave right now, and don't like that's it. We're just like that's it. That's the end of it. If you come back for any reason, we will press charges and you will go to prison. Like they're
I
like,
like
but
how
he
they
was
just
missing.
covered their ass. They're just like, fuck this, we're not dealing with this. Get out of
Oh
here.
my god, dude, yeah, because apparently he was probably doing a lot more than that. Like, yeah, it was. I'm sure that he was doing heavier drugs in the back after figuring out, like, hearing stories about the guy after he was fired because he was only there for like I don't know 3 months, 4 months when I was working there, and then we got a new guy, and that was that. And I worked there for like 2 years, but I heard a lot about that guy because everybody that had worked there, there was like three dudes that had worked there for like 17 plus years, and so they knew him
Oh
when he was
god.
just a regular driver, then to becoming the manager. And yeah, this goes to show you, man, you can do anything you want.
I like that.
Like you can do whatever you want. It's gonna like if you're all there and you're smart enough, like you got a handle on it, all right, you'll be fine. But
Yeah, they'll
once you lose your grip, yeah, you get asked to leave your job that you thought was going to be your career for 15 years because you were probably throwing parties in the back of a Pizza Hut.
and most times, you do this kind of thing, you'll just be told to leave and you won't get charged. It's fine.
That's no, I mean like not in today's world, not anymore. You like if you could like
You just said, dude, if you're smart enough, as long as you leave when the timing is right, you won't
yeah,
be
that's true.
sued.
Yeah. That's not what I said. That is not what I said. I said you can do whatever you want. I said, but that guy, that guy probably ended up in jail anyway, to be honest. But
But not from this, because Pizza Hut, they know how to treat their employees. I'm down
they
with
do,
Pizza Hut.
they do. I'm down with Pizza Hut too. That's I know. I told you. I'm the one that told you. I'm like Scott. You used to work at Pizza Hut. Then as I
Yeah,
was
but we
working at
never
Pizza
worked
Hut.
together, did we? I
No,
mean,
never at the
because
same.
what?
You worked at the Pizza Hut in Crete. I worked at the Pizza Hut in Hastings.
I know, but like I've worked with so many people at Pizza Hut, I feel like we work together. Like I have
Nah,
so many friends
definitely
that
not.
I worked with at Pizza Hut, and we smoked so much weed and just. Oh, were you a delivery driver? Yeah. See, that's everybody. Like we had such a great time. It was
God, it's hard to
Ethan.
believe.
So many
Hard to believe
goddamn
that was
people
9
worked
years
there.
ago. Yeah, it's hard to believe that was 9 years ago already. Like, 'cause I like Pizza Hut delivery drive. Like, I wasn't. It wasn't. If you get tips, it's a good gig. You drive around, listen to music. That's pretty much it.
Well, it's like Jimmy John's.
Especially on
In
busy nights.
well, in Lincoln was fucking sweet. I mean, you didn't get paid nothing, but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't. Yeah, you just it was a shitty job, I guess, but I had so
I
much
mean,
fun.
it's
Like as far as like you make enough to get your rent, you make enough to pay your bills, and you just have the
I
most fun time ever working, then yeah, it's a great job. Jimmy John's.
mean, you're never in the store. You're just like, especially on busy days, you're just like in and out. And then you're driving around, listening to music. Like because I was in college though, we would I would build hours on the radio station.
Because
That way, our college station, I'd build the hours so I could listen to any song that I wanted, like in
you
my
were the
car through the
radio
radio.
broadcaster at the college.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it wasn't. I have no idea why it was so much fun to do that when I could have just played the songs on like my iPod or whatever.
Of
But it
course
was
it's
way
fun.
more fun
Oh my
to hear
god.
like the bits in between, and it was yeah, just that made delivering pizzas like 10 times. Like I would have done it. I would do it again if I was in college and I had to get a job somewhere. Pizza Hut's definitely probably the first place I'm gonna go look for,
And
just
delivered.
because I could deliver pizzas and jam out.
Well, and like you said, I would do it anyway if I'm not broadcasting my own radio. Uh, like,
Yeah.
because I didn't have that. I was in Lincoln, and it was still the best. I mean, you were never in the store. You never had to make sandwiches. You just you just walked in, chatted it up, made the manager hate you and then want to have sex with you, and then you just left and drove around and smoke your bong off a DH gate. And
Oh, allegedly.
no, I was in my front seat, and
Oh, Scott.
this is where Bruce was when I got stolen from me. I got charged for this, so
Oh
it's
my
fine.
god.
It's
Oh
fine.
my
I
god.
got
Okay.
I got my bong taken away. It was Bruce. I
While
had him.
delivering drugs?
No, I was just at Menard. I was just at McDonald's,
Oh,
playing
okay,
on my
that's right.
computer
Okay,
in the
I remember.
parking lot.
I know that. You're saying like you drive around. Damn, that's just
No,
like
that's
that was
different.
Bruce's.
That was DH bong. Um, so that one was a triple percolator, had like a bent tip, and it would just sit right in my driver's seat, and I put a towel over it. And then it for 3 years that thing sat in my driver's seat.
I know you're crazy, dude. That's
It was the
crazy.
driver's seat bong, and
That's crazy.
then it would sit in the passenger seat sometimes because sometimes when it broke, I was in the passenger seat on the interstate, and I just picked it up to smoke it. I picked it up by the neck, and then I picked up half of the bong, and the right where the water was, it broke somehow, just sitting on the interstate. And so the
No.
water was still in the bong, but I picked up half of it, and I was like, "Oh, fuck!" Like spilling bong water in my car on the interstate. I had to pull over and throw my bong out in the ditch. Like that's what happened to that bong.
That's unfortunate.
But that was the Jimmy John's bong. It was the best time ever because I worked during the day. I never worked at night. I worked during the day. And so it was about noon. You know, everyone's getting their Jimmy John's noon sandwiches. I'm going downtown Lincoln at noon, so it's fairly heavy traffic. I'm blowing through stop signs or red lights because the cops would come in, we'd give them free sandwiches, and they would tell us to my face, "You can go through red lights. We're not going to stop you." And I was like, I'm not a real heavy person, so I was like, yeah, I'm not going to push this, but
Yeah,
it's nice to know.
it's see, like,
And then I just
because
smoked weed at noon and walked into offices, gave them their sandwiches, and then drove through red lights. It was the goddamn best job in the world in
you
Lincoln.
drove through red lights. That's crazy,
Fun job.
but it is fun. Delivery driving was fun, but like, you know, in college, that was definitely the best job that I had in college. Like all the other ones were kind of like tree trimming and stuff. That was kind of shitty.
You seem like you
Um,
had fun with that. I mean,
I mean, it's a neat job. Like you learn a
if
lot
you
about like
didn't work for
chainsaws.
meth heads, then it would have been great.
That's true. That's true. If it wasn't like, but here's the thing: the guy who was the manager wasn't on meth when I started working there. I watched him go down that hill. Like he was
Was it an
he was a
employee kind of got him into it, or you don't know?
it was the so there's an owner, and then he had two locations, and at the location I was at, there was the manager of that location. Him. He went down the path. And
Well, I saw my
like
first gnat.
I'm glad they're making their way out, and
Yeah, they're
that's
getting
probably
in
them
here. They're in my neighbor's
multiple.
apartment too. That's why I feel bad. Anyway,
I hope they cover. Oh my god! I hope they cover the camera, and we can just like it's like
no,
crawling all
honestly, there's
over it.
probably less now than there was when I left because I haven't given any water for days and days. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I
Well, no.
just
So
not worried about it.
yeah, just don't worry about it. Yeah. No. So the guy, he was the manager of this tree trimming company. There was like five of us on the crew, and we had a lot of pretty big jobs because we were like the only. There's one other crew in the town of 25,000. So wasn't there was a lot of trees that needed some trimming, and yeah, this guy was totally like when I first started working there, he was a hard worker. We got stuff done. That was like for the first 3 or 4 months.
You had
And we
fun.
we were making really good money doing that. Like it wasn't bad pay. And it was a lot of work, but he just eventually it got to the point to where like he only showed up 2 days a week. And it was usually the first day with the day that the owner was there, like of the week, we'd all like meet up, whatever. And then he would not show up until payday, when the checks would show up, but he was clocking in, and we weren't like we were unaware. We just knew he wasn't there, and we thought the owner knew, and the owner didn't know. So we'd been paying him for like 3 months, and he's only been working like 1 day a week, maybe. Because sometimes, like I remember getting to work one day 7:30 in the morning, and he was sitting out front, like in his car, started sleeping, and I was like, okay. So I walk up and I like knock on the window, and he like jolts awake, and he's like, oh, what are you doing? What time is it? And I was like 7:30. He's like, oh man, I've been sitting here since like, I don't know, 3 a.m. And I'm like, so you didn't leave? He's like, no, we were hanging out here afterward, and he's like, and he just fell asleep in his car with it started. And then so we all got together, we
Oh,
got our
okay.
chainsaws ready, got the trucks ready, we left. He didn't, he was asleep when we were like getting like leaving. And then we went to the job site. He never showed up. We called some like the owner. Owner was like, "Oh yeah, he just had to grab something for me," like almost like covering for him. Where he'd already called him, wondering why he was still there because he's got cameras outside and can see him. So he's like, dude, it got really, really bad. He threatened to punch me one time. Like he threatened to like beat me up on the job site because the owner had called me, and he's like, "Hey, is blah 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 there?" And I was like, "No." I was like, I called him earlier, and like he didn't show up. We just came to this site since our trucks were already here. Like we're just gonna get started on what we need to do." And
Mhm.
they're like, "Well, let me know when he gets there." And that was at 8 o'clock in the morning. 10 o'clock rolls around. Owner is like nowhere, like got nowhere to be seen. Owner's not there. General manager's not there, and the guy just rolls up in his blue car, his entirely blue car. I caught him one time painting it with a Sharpie marker, like insides of his vehicle, like painting it blue because he just was obsessed with getting every detail to be this like blue color.
Yeah.
Like, dude, he went off on the deep end. I swear it. And so
Well,
he showed up, and he's like, "You were telling the manager you telling the owner that I was that I'm not doing my job." He's like, "You ratting on me?" And I was like, "Dude, they called me and asked me if you were here." I said, "No." I was like, "I don't know what you want me to do." I
yeah.
was like, "I'm not like I don't know where you are." I'm like, "You're probably sleeping under a bridge somewhere because and you're probably in your car and it started." Like this guy was it was something else, man. No, but he was like on the insides of like where the brand would be, like if it was a Ford, you'd have the Ford logo sitting on the inside of the car. He was taking like a Sharpie paint marker and was just like going on the insides of everything in the vehicle. He went like inside the wheel wells. He went inside like the threads on the screws, like everything, man. He was going off on something,
Yeah,
probably
that's
meth.
like when it kind of starts clicking, like, oh man, this is meth.
Yeah, he would show. We'd all show up to the job, like, and when he was there, we'd all show up, and we'd all get out the chainsaw, start cutting something down, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, I got to go grab something," and he would just leave. Like he wouldn't come back, just
Mhm.
gone. And we never knew where he went. We always just like, I mean, we had a good idea of what he was doing,
That's
but
a hell of a
there's a
job.
couple,
Like
dude,
your boss covers for you. You just get to leave whenever you want and smoke meth.
dude, like I don't like. That's so crazy. And
So
he
do
was
you
the
think?
manager for so long.
So you so you think the owner started down that path too, or was it the man, or
The
is this
owner,
just the
no, the
manager?
owner just the owner didn't. So like the only reason that I quit that job was because of my hand got smashed. Remember? And I was
Mm-hmm.
injured, and I had that other injury. Well, this guy didn't have insurance for the tree company.
Hmm.
No shit. No insurance. He told me that they were
Oh
in
my,
between insurance
such a
companies right now.
fucking dangerous job.
Dude, never again. I'm never trimming trees again because like
If
they're
you work for a legit company, like it sounds like a kind of a sweet gig. Like you said, you're
hey
making
man.
money, you're kind of like you're exercising, you're doing your thing, but
All I can say is fuck Tom's Tree Service because
Tom Tree
holy
Service,
shit,
they smoke meth.
dude, dude, they do all of them. And the guy, so my manager, right? He his dad lived in a trailer on the backside of the shop building. Like just lived in a camper that was parked there.
Yeah.
Camper didn't run. It was like a vehicle attached one, and that just he lived there. That was his house that
Mm-hmm.
he just sat behind, and so he was never late for work. But like he had ankle bracelets on too, and I just didn't understand how that. I'm like, did they really give you this like as a home? Like
Wait,
he's
who
got
is this
a
guy? Is it the manager?
this is the manager's dad who's been
Okay,
working at this
and
tree company
he
for
works there too.
yeah, and he works there too. Yeah, no, it was
Watching his son smoke meth.
probably I know because he had an ankle monitor on. He couldn't have been smoking meth with him.
No, just watching his
Yeah, he
son
was just
develop
watching.
as a meth head.
That's probably a dream of his.
He growing up so fast.
I always knew he'd start losing it, but no, I would never thought I'd get to see it.
Oh
No, man, that
damn.
was a. There's like I don't know. I
I
don't want to share a ton of stuff about that
That's a
job, but
wild
there was a
job.
lot that
Like just
yeah,
for you
I
to
agree.
I mean, you're trimming trees. I mean, I get it in like a big city, there's a lot of those jobs, but god damn, it
Yeah.
just seems like a wild job. Like you're climbing the tree or are you up in a bucket truck? Like
If you can't get your bucket truck back to where the tree is, then yeah, you're climbing it.
no way.
Yep. Yep.
Dude, that sounds like a fucking sick ass job. Like especially like a college kid's got nothing to lose. I don't know. Like
Nothing to
climbing
lose.
trees, up in a bucket truck, you're just cutting trees down on top of cars. Like, I mean, I know there's
College kid with nothing to lose.
well, there's a few jobs like that. Like you climb towers and fix the wires on top of cell phone towers and stuff. Like
Yeah.
they make
Yeah.
bank. Anything that is any risky at all, like welding underwater, that's the one everyone talks about. It's like you make
I
so
could
much
never do
money.
that.
You weld
I could never.
underwater, you make so much money.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's wild. I could never do that.
but I mean, it's like high electricity and you're underwater or whatever used to power the welder.
Yeah,
And
and you have a tank attached to your back that is like if it ignites, you're dead.
well, that
Like,
should be any welding, that could
I mean,
happen
yeah,
in a
probably,
shop.
but you also have an oxygen tank. I don't know. It just seems like it
True.
probably.
Never
That's
thought of
what I'm
the
saying. Just like
oxygen tank.
there's extra stuff there. I gotta grab a drink real quick. Hang on. We
All
gotta
right. I was
gotta
thinking
start picking a movie out. What we're
a
gonna do for
fucking
our
movie. Well, I've got a
our
bunch
first.
of movies I need to watch.
Oh, good. Well, we're not gonna watch
They're
it.
not old, shitty foreign movies like you want to watch, but
No, I mean,
I have
well,
some
that's the
very
only way to
basic
make it work.
movies. I have some
It's the
very
only way to
basic
make it work.
movies that
Hang on.
everyone already knows. Everyone's already seen. Anthony said he didn't see Terminator, so neither have I. So that's probably the first one on the list.
Okay, we can do that. Hang on, just give
Like
me
you
a second.
say, it's not foreign.
I can't hear you.
I don't give a shit. It's not foreign. Everyone's seen it, but we should watch Terminator. Only with
Can't hear you, Scott.
I don't give a fuck. We're watching Terminator.
I have to take the headphones out. I don't have the Bluetooth shit.
Oh my god. Now
What
we
do you
gotta
think
pander to Tyler. Um, we're watching Terminator. We're not gonna
Okay.
watch. Okay, so we're gonna watch Terminator.
So you haven't seen Terminator?
We're gonna watch Terminator. We're gonna watch it without subtitles and on mute. Is that how we do it?
That would work. That might no, because then you'll never be able to guess
Because
stuff.
your idea was you watch a foreign film without subtitles, so we can't understand them, and then we try
Yeah,
to decide what the plot is.
yeah. We have to get guess the main characters' names and like figure out what they're doing
Yeah, no, I love
and
that,
try to
but can we
just
do
try
that
to
with
determine what the
Terminator?
movie is. I mean, if you
We can
okay,
watch it in a different language.
yeah, okay, that would be. I mean, is there a way to watch Terminator in Spanish? I'm sure there is.
Yeah, but I mean, Anthony,
But you're gonna be able to like read lips a little bit. You'll be able to tell. I mean, it's gonna. I don't know. I'm fine. I'm fine with that. We could try that. That's good.
no, I don't know.
I'm down.
We'll find out. I just know there's a lot of movies out there. I've got a lot of VHSs that like mainstream movies I haven't seen. I got some good ones today.
I need new headphones. These things are wacky.
Yeah, dude, Raycons, they're a sponsor.
Raycons, they're our sponsor.
Yeah, I like them. I mean, they fall out. I they kind of suck, but I just need to find the right size of thing to put them in my ear. But they work for a while. They work for a couple hours.
I mean, I just need to go get a new pair. Like I haven't had headphones in forever. I just
The
don't
only
use them.
the only issue I have is I normally only put one in, which is awesome because like you can put one in and it never dies. The batteries never die, but like theoretically each battery is different, and if this one dies, I can put this one in.
Yeah.
But I always put this left one in, and I can't. This one only hangs up phone calls. So
Oh,
this one answers phone calls and this one hangs up phone calls. So like when I'm talking to somebody, if I ever touch this, it just hangs up the phone call and it always fucks up
that's
because I'm always
that's
adjusting
cool.
it because it's always falling out. But uh, but they're great earphones. Um,
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't. That's just like I just want a pair of headphones that's it that
well,
work that are.
what I do because also there's ambient mode and then there's noise canceling. They're really good noise canceling earphones. But
I'm sure they.
if I want to switch between ambient, like I can hear people, and noise canceling, I have to grab, and I'm always using the left one for whatever reason. Um, I always have to get in my pocket, get the right one out, and hold the right one. I have to use the button on the right one that I'm not even using just to switch it modes or answer calls or whatever. So I really should just put both earphones in my ears and it'd be fine. But
Yeah, you definitely should. But I'm sure they make super fancy headphones that I'm totally unaware of. But like the skull candies I had that one time, they're like $50, and that was it, and they were amazing. I really wish I could get that exact same pair
oh,
again.
you like them,
But I
huh?
have, oh dude, I loved them. Those were sweet.
I didn't
I had
know. I
those
haven't
forever.
even seen the Soul Candy ones. What kind of case are they? Because I know, like, my thing is the
Mine weren't Bluetooth.
Raycons
Mine
are
were
like a.
just
Oh, they're not cool. Okay.
no, dude. I'm not a. I don't want Bluetooth headphones. I'll lose that shit.
Dude, I
You're gonna be
use
like, I'm
them
gonna lose
for
it
my
so
daily
quick.
life and my professional life here at the podcast. So, like, I love my fucking
I
Bluetooth
understand
headphones.
that. I understand that. I
I was
just
like gonna
I'm
have the fucking whole headset and everything, but I just started using these and it fucking works. So, what are you gonna do?
I I had a pair of Summer had gotten me a pair of them, and I had given them to her brother because I just didn't use them enough.
You know what
Like
sucks?
I used them like twice.
Like, I know what all this shit is, but I have no idea what this is. Like, I'm gonna have to go through my YouTube and figure out where, like, I got the idea to use this and what even this is. I don't know.
What is what?
I got
What is what?
chemicals. I got all these chemicals. I don't even know what the fuck they are because researched them 2 weeks ago.
And yeah, and you're probably just like
Now I'm just
kind of
like,
in a
how do I use, what the fuck do I use all this shit for?
Came home from the bar, noticed a gnat, got drunk, ordered a bunch of stuff, forgot about it.
But that reminds me of another thing I did. I wasn't drunk this time. Wait, you weren't here last pod, were you? Maybe you were.
Yes, I was.
Did I tell you that I got all my solar panels?
No.
Oh yeah, I got drunk and I ordered a bunch of solar panels.
Well, that's good.
No, it's not
That,
because they're not what I wanted. I don't need solar panels. I, wa-
why?
I need them in like 2 years from now, or like a year from now. I'm trying to do other things with my money, not buy solar panels, and I fucking did it drunk. But
You could just attach them to the roof of the van, right?
that's what I'm gonna do, and it's like the next step. I can't do the ceiling until I get the solar panels because I got to drill through and figure out the wires.
Yeah. Yep.
So the idea is I want to get the ceiling and the lights in, but I can't do that until I get the solar panels in. But all this shit is just like a lot of money, and batteries, it's another $1,000. Like, I don't need to spend that money. I want to buy a paramotor and fly around and kill myself first, and then I'll buy the solar panels. But being
Okay.
drunk
Yeah.
and having money is a bad combination.
Well, maybe you can use the solar panels for something, and then whatever money you save using the solar panels instead of electricity, you can use that money to buy a paraglider. Just do it in reverse.
Well, yeah, and then also I was thinking about this. I bought a freaking enclosed trailer last year. I don't even know you knew that.
No,
Oh yeah, dude, I bought the smallest enclosed trailer you can, and my dad was like, "You're fucking stupid," because he thinks, okay, my enclosed trailer is like a 5x8, like it's very small, and
God damn.
but it's like brand new and it's really nice. It has a roof rack, so I can put my
A
hang
roof
glider up
rack.
on top.
Okay.
But okay, so a very small enclosed trailer, but motorcycle trailer. That's what it is.
Okay.
And
Yep.
but it's very nice, and I got it for a good price, 3,000. But
Oh my god.
anyway, but this is the pinnacle of what I'm talking about. I don't have a paramotor yet, but I'm like, oh, someday I'm gonna buy this $10,000 paramotor, and then
Yep.
I'm gonna want to drive around in my van. I don't want to put a fucking like one of those like those cargo racks on the back of your van that you put into
God damn
the
it,
fucking
Scott.
thing. I was like, I don't want to put my paramotor on that. I want to put in a small enclosed trailer, and then I can put all my tools. I can put everything in this enclosed trailer. It's my paramotor trailer. But I don't even have a paramotor. But I found this trailer on Craigslist, and I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna need this in 2 years. I might as well buy it now.
So instead of saving the $3,000 to buy the paraglider,
I
you
bought the
spent
trailer that I will need to haul the paraglider with. It's a
if you ever
paramotor.
get one,
I
a
fucking
paramotor.
get
Sorry.
one, dude. It's fine. I'm not really worried about this because this is a dope trailer for $3,000. It's got a roof rack. It's like brand new, but like it's gonna sit in the snow for 2 years because I bought it too early. I
God
don't know
damn
what's
it,
going on
Scott.
with my life, dude. But the point of
It's
this story
okay.
was I was sitting I was sitting there bored and I'm just dude, it's the algorithms. It's the YouTube algorithms that got me fucking hooked. Because I watched this guy called Everyday Astronaut. He's going around the moon. Tim Dodd. He's going around the moon. He's one of those guys that got on the Dear Moon thing. And he's
The deer move.
oh my god. So this billionaire Japanese dude, I don't know what nation he's from, so forgive me, but he bought a starship trip around the moon and
Okay,
he's
yeah, yeah.
he's inviting like 10 artists. So like
Okay.
influential people
They
that
can,
can spread the message.
okay.
And one of the guys is this white dude, Tim Dodd. He just knows all about rocket engines. He just does it on YouTube, tries to teach people about rockets. Anyway, so on his website, fucking he came out with this metal, so Falcon 9, the rocket ship that lands by itself on land and it's sexy
Yeah,
as fuck.
yeah,
The reason I'm going to Texas probably this next winter, I'm going to just spend like 2 weeks down there and watch some rocket launches.
nice. Good
So
idea.
Falcon 9, dope. I just want to see it land on land.
Yeah,
Or
like land and
ideally
stuff.
a Falcon Heavy with two of them landing on land right beside each other. So that's what I'm trying to like spend like 3 weeks, see one of those, or a Starship land or something. You know,
Yeah.
I'm a fucking SpaceX fan
A
geek.
lot of that in Florida too, like the Starship stuff.
What?
The SpaceX Starship thingy, like isn't that in Florida?
Yeah, it's both. So they're testing it out in Texas, like Boca
Okay.
Chica, Texas. That's kind of their base. But they also launch
Okay.
from Florida and California apparently. Like they launch these Falcon 9s from everywhere.
I know they launched in Texas. I felt like their bigger stuff was in Florida for some reason. Like
And
uh,
maybe I bet they commercially launch from Florida a lot. Probably more actually. I don't know. I bet they might launch more from Florida, but their whole base of operations is in Boca Chica, kind of their research and development, building
I don't know,
Starship.
but
So it's right by uh Mexico. But
okay,
and it's also on this wildlife preserve too, so it's kind of cool. They're just blowing shit up on this wildlife preserve.
good. And we don't need whatever's there.
And we don't. It's just fucking like snakes and shit. So, um,
Yeah, just
anyway,
animals and stuff like.
dude, I'm just like a SpaceX Elon Musk fanboy. Shoot me. So,
I mean, you don't even have Twitter.
no, I don't give a shit. But
That's
I'm
what's crazy.
I'm gonna try, dude. No, I have Twitter, and I've been looking at. I look at it more and more, but I'm very skeptical because I've been also listening to Sam Harris and Lex Friedman talk the last few days, and Sam Harris is super against Twitter. So I'm just
Yeah,
like I'm kind of
a lot of
halfway.
people.
I think I would thrive on Twitter, dude. I have all these dumb thoughts throughout the day. I'm just like, I think this is hilarious. I wish I could just tweet it out, but I just don't have the skills yet to do that.
Just don't do it. That's all it is. I don't tweet anything out. I just look at it all and like
Dude, I
it.
guarantee I could tweet
Don't
like
take it seriously. A lot of my feeds been giving me fights recently, just like always giving me like street fights and fist fights and stuff, just all over the place. And then Instagram's crazy.
what's
Like
that
I
like?
don't
I have
again,
no idea what Instagram's even like. I know what Twitter's
yeah, dude.
like.
I don't post anything like to my social medias anymore. Like I haven't posted anything on Instagram in like 3 years, 3.5 years, maybe longer since we got Calypso. Calypso was the last post I put up, and it gives me like it's different every day, but a lot of time it's usually really offensive jokes, which are fine for me because I know they're jokes. I think they're funny,
Hmm.
but like they're really offensive. Like some of them are another level of
They're
offensive.
just trying to get
Like
your attention.
dude, it's like back to back. Like it just comes through like back to back, and I'm just like, oh my god, Instagram's on a tear today.
So, can you tell me what is Instagram mostly just like pictures,
Pictures and videos.
kind of
Everything
like
is essentially
TikTok?
turned into TikTok essentially.
But I haven't even
Like
tried
it's out there
TikTok
all
yet. I assume TikTok's just like iFunny.
Yeah, but all the videos you watch online nowadays that are on your phone, most of them are already TikTok anyway.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Like,
Yeah, like iFunny. Most of them are TikToks. Like, and I don't
yeah,
really. I have a weird thing with iFunny. I was like, I read it for, I've always deleted it. I go through these phases where I delete it and I stop deleting it and I delete it and I look at it because you need a stream of memes in your life to stay relevant. But
it's so true. To like know what's going on in the world, you got to understand the memes.
yeah, or you'd be an old person. But I don't know. There's something about iFunny, like, and there's something about just like the humor on there where just like I don't like it. I love it. Like I love dark jokes. I love all the shit. But at the same time, it just same with fucking dude. Here's a fucking topic we can talk about. Your goddamn YouTube channel you like. What is that YouTube channel you like?
Oh, the Y Files.
Yeah, the Y Files. Um,
Yeah,
I
dude. Yeah.
started.
Did you?
No, I love that shit. But I started. It's kind of like iFunny. Like I listened to it, I watch it, and it was like fucking great. It's just great entertainment. But
Mhm.
the thing is, it's just entertainment for the most part. I mean, there's very little like solid. You should change your worldview because of this information. Like it's mostly just entertainment, and that's great. But after I watched like 50 of their videos, I was just like, you start to develop this like conspiratorial mindset where it's like you start to believe some of the things you probably shouldn't be believing, and I'm just like, because it's fucking manipulating you. It's entertainment. It's just manipulating you to like follow the thread, and I'm just
You have.
like,
I feel like you've completely misunderstood the Y Files entirely. If you even like, because at the end of every single episode, he goes over. He's like, "What are the facts?" Though he tells you the story. That's what it is. It's a story,
yeah,
right? Of like something that happened, some crazy event, and then at the end of it, he tells you that it's like these are the facts. These are what we actually know. Everything else is for up to you
I
to
do
for
like
you to
that.
decide.
I do
That is
like that.
not that is not trying to manipulate you in
They do
any
it
way, shape,
well.
or form.
They do it
They,
well,
I
but
think
I still
you're
no. They do
paranoid.
it well, but I just think when you watch them like when you watch all these videos, and maybe I watch too many right in a row, but I don't know, man. It's just like iFunny. It
Did you
just like
watch the
starts
most recent
to
one?
it starts to make I don't know. It just was making me more conspiratorial mindseted than I was comfortable with because it wasn't justified. It was all just. I mean, yes, I guarantee there's some shit going on, but I don't know, man. It was just
I don't.
I didn't like it.
I think you. I think whatever it is that you watched, yeah, it's not the same thing. But
I
the
watched
new
them all.
one was about backwards speech.
That'd be a good one.
Do you know, like, have you heard of backwards speech? Because there's no conspiracy here, Scott. It's like it's just a thing.
No, dude, there's a
Like it's a
lot of
story.
conspiracy shit going on. All right, what's backward speech?
Backward speech is like it's just like imagine it as another language. Like when you'd go back and you listen to a song and it's backwards and there's messages in it.
Mm-hmm.
And just like that uh
Uh, uh,
let me see, Led
what's that?
Zeppelin, where he play it backwards and it says like, I want to be like the Leb and my power is Satan or something like that, and people freaked out about it because like it all started in the '60s with like Paul McCartney and the Beatles. They put out a song, and at the end of it, there was a piece of it that was put in backwards. It was an accident, is what John Lennon said, but then they just kept it in because he liked it, and then everybody was like, "Oh, we got to listen to the records in reverse now." Like so like
Like the Led Zeppelin thing. I feel like was that an accident or was that because some of this shit could have been on purpose, some could have been an accident. Like it's just they're reading into it. Like oh, it didn't really say that.
well, like there's a lot of them that like it sounds like it, but again, it's just your brain making connections where there is none, because the
Maybe
brain
unless
needs
they're actually trying to, like
brain
the
needs
Beatles.
no, the brain needs like, yeah, unless it's on purpose, and there are songs that are on purpose, but like this one was like, so there was a big conspiracy that Paul McCartney was dead, that he died in this car crash, like a really really like horrific looking car crash, and somehow he came out unscathed, didn't really hurt himself, but there was a guy who won like a body double competition to look like Paul McCartney, so they thought that he took his place, and
Mm-hmm.
then the band was dropping hints in their music over time about Paul's death, and like because like at the end of one of his songs you can faintly hear him saying like, I buried Paul, and
Well,
like there's like, oh yeah, there's like a dude, just watch it. Like
Huh.
it's there's no conspiracy here. I think you just need to
So this
like
is
it's
all on
not
backward speed. They talked about this on the episode.
yeah. Yeah, it's like a 36-minute episode. Like shout out to the Y-Files. It does such a great job. It is such a good channel. Like there is like I said, everything he presents you is what he researched, could pull up like facts, documents, could back up the facts. Everything else he'll tell you is speculation. It's up to you to decide if you what you think of it.
Dude, I agree. It's fucking great, but at the
There's no
same time,
manipulation.
I didn't like what it was doing to me. I guess I don't know. It's on me.
Yeah,
It's
there's
not
no
on Y-Files.
manipulation involved.
Y-Files is a great channel, but
They are. They're my by far the best channel on YouTube. Like they
no,
I
Isaac
really,
Arthur
really
is the
like.
best channel on YouTube.
No, I mean I'm not watching it apparently. And Y-Files, I started watching that like Y-Files when it was like 20,000, 40,000 views somewhere in there. Now his videos go up and they're up to 1 million overnight.
Hmm.
Like just it's growing because it's awesome. Y-Files kicks ass.
Dude,
Hecklefish for life,
Hecklefish for life.
dude. Yeah.
I
One
agree.
day
I
we'll
mean,
have
there
one day
is
we'll have
like
a heck equivalent.
I would say if we're gonna be comparing what I was talking about, Y-Files over iFunny, but I still need
iFunny's
I still need a
died.
source of memes. And like
Yeah, just get on Twitter.
iFunny's a source of memes, but I don't know. There's just like a lot of shit on there. It's like I don't know. Just
I haven't
I
watched
don't
or
like
looked at
being
iFunny.
manipulated, and like I have a set of values and beliefs and all this shit that I think are me. And then like as soon as I start watching something for 50 episodes, and then I start thinking differently, I'm like, oh fuck you. But
Think I don't know what to tell you there. You're thinking about it too much. But
dude, that's my fucking life. Can't
iFunny, I
stop.
haven't looked at iFunny hasn't been downloaded to a single device of mine since my iPod 3. Like my iPod Touch third generation.
Oh, it's a
iFunny
constant
died
struggle.
forever ago.
I'm trying to think of all the apps I just constantly delete and re-download because iFunny's one.
Yeah, I haven't looked at that in forever, man. And
Facebook,
Anthony would send
iFunny and Facebook are the two apps I delete and reinstall all the time.
well, Facebook you keep around just because like your grandparents and shit have it. You gotta like stay away, communicate with them, and like if people who do post, like it keeps up with the like little things in some people's lives. But like I don't post anything.
Well, hang
Nothing's
on.
happening
We
in
were
my
just talking about this. Like, you don't do anything on social media. I don't even hardly have social media. I keep it just because I'm like, I'm not going to delete it because of the grandparents and all the Max from Germany and all his connections. Um, but we're gonna have to fucking start posting. We're gonna have to start getting a social media presence here because all those people that we could have a social media preference, all of our grandparents and friends and shit, like
yeah.
we could be dominating if all we did was throw our dumb thoughts out and
I mean,
on Twitter.
true,
I
but
could.
it's just gotta go viral. You know,
Well, it doesn't have to go viral, dude. I'm gonna start tweeting. I'm gonna
I'm
start
telling you,
tweeting, and we also need
do
to
it
start
on.
Facebooking. We're gonna have to start advertising the You'd Be Dead.
Yeah. So no, what you need to do is you need to like we all need to have access to the Twitter somehow. I don't know how we're gonna do it. We'll talk to Elon. We'll ask him.
Dude, you already got it. You got the Twitter. It's fine.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is tweet out on it. Like whenever you're,
Oh, so I have to use
obviously,
that. I can't use my own.
I mean, you can use your own, I guess. You have one, don't you? I think you
Well,
follow
okay,
me.
no, that's fine. I don't need to grow my own presence. I'll just fucking can I? I'm just gonna
No,
tweet out random fucking thoughts off the You'd Be Dead one. You guys gonna
I
have to
mean,
deal with it.
yeah, like it's not gonna like. I don't know what else do you post there? We're gonna post our clips,
Wait.
but like that's what, yeah, post
So
whatever you want.
I gotta go back to one thing we were talking about earlier. Me spending money. Uh, I was there was the plumber. He was doing his thing. I was just hanging out, kind of looking at my phone, and me supporting Elon. You know, I'm a big supporter. And
Yeah, yeah, his biggest fan or
wait,
whatever.
I backtrack.
Fanboy, there it is.
Backtrack. Tim Dodd, the everyday astronaut. He's going around the moon. His goddamn YouTube channel almost sold me. There's a Falcon 9 display. Basically like a model, a 1/100 model, but it's built out of metal. Like so it's really nice. It's like built out of
Yeah,
metal, so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
very nice. $325. And
Okay.
it's like a fucking 2 foot tall model, and it's got detachable, like it's got a crew or a cargo module on top. You know, the capsule and the second stage and the first stage all click together. The grid fins move and the legs move, and it's like this really nice model where I'm just like, oh, put it right here, sexy ass model. And then also when the Starship comes out, I'll get the Starship model, and I have these sexy models of these goddamn things I love. But $350, so like I'm not gonna do that.
Are you sure? Did you get to the point of like filling it out, putting it in a
Oh
cart,
yeah,
and then
for
like you're
sure,
just like,
for
ah,
sure, for sure. I was sitting there for an hour, but
God damn it.
and then I was like, oh, I just gotta let it pass. Like, let me think about this for more than 30 minutes. And you know what happened was I was like, oh, there's got to be cheaper models of the Falcon 9 because it's just the Falcon 9, just a fucking
Yeah, yeah.
cylinder. And I was like, there's got to be cheaper models, but they're plastic and they look shittier. And the first one I found was SpaceX makes their own models. And
Okay.
so supporting SpaceX, which you can't invest in them, but supporting them by buying a $150 plastic model that's way shittier than the other one. But this one, you can shove a rocket engine in the bottom and it's got a parachute in it, you know, model rockets.
Yep.
I bought a model
Yep.
rocket from SpaceX for $150. Ended up being
150?
yeah, you can buy a model rocket for probably like $30, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
spent one that it's a plastic version of the Falcon 9. So exactly the same thing I wanted to buy for 350, but only 150
And not made of metal.
and not nearly as sexy.
Yeah.
But you can shoot this one up in the air. And it's got a
Yes, you can.
and it's got a parachute and it can if you can find it, you can shoot it up again. And
If you find it, you can shoot it up again.
dude, I've
Like
shot a
you're just
model rocket
shooting
before. You're
away,
not gonna find it.
shooting up $150 rocket into the sky and be like, yeah, and then it lands. Where'd it go?
No, it's up in that tree. Now what? That's what happened at high
That's when
school.
you call the tree trimming place and they climb up and get it for
Did
you.
you ever shoot a rocket off at high school?
Oh yeah, who
Yeah,
didn't?
okay. Okay, I was just saying, did you ever find yours? I think I found mine.
We just went to the football field. It depended on how windy the day was.
Well, most people's landed up in the top of trees and they couldn't get them. I found mine
Yeah,
somehow. I think I still
I
have
don't
it somewhere. But
we didn't
anyway,
build the rockets or anything. Like
yeah,
that
we
wasn't. I don't. Maybe we
well,
did.
I
I don't
painted
remember.
it. I don't I mean it was built out of like a cardboard tube. I don't know how much we built it. But
I don't. I felt like
I
we made the little race cars too. We built those and raced those. But
well,
I feel like we maybe.
I think we built the race cars more than we built the rockets. I think we just painted the rockets.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But either way, this
Well,
hundred
yeah,
and
we
fifty
shot one.
dollar this $150 Falcon 9 plastic piece of shit I bought. It was plus fucking $50 shipping or whatever. So it was basically a $200 goddamn thing, and doesn't even come with rocket engines or a rocket launch system. And SpaceX is like, oh, buy all the shit to launch it here, and it's an extra $100.
Uh,
So
uh, uh,
I'm probably just gonna buy like some rocket engines in the locker off of Amazon, be a little cheaper. But I'm spending $250 on this goddamn thing. I should have just bought the model that I can't shoot up into space.
yep. Because now
But
you're gonna lose that.
whatever, I don't care. It's for the black children. I'm gonna have some fun with my nephews who are
Man,
black.
I bought a model rocket one time in in Benkelman
You
at
bought one?
the. Yeah, it was a Star Wars one. It was just packaged up. It was old as shit. Like it was just sitting in the back of their store, and it was like $30. So I bought it
Oh
because
my
it was
god.
worth like $100 or something. So like I was looking it up here just to see what it is because it's an unopened one. Still will work and everything.
Here, I can hear you. You can keep talking. I'm gonna leave.
You can buy. I'm not. I'm on my other side of it, but you can still packaged up here. Starter set, the X-wing model rocket, and you can get it for $120. So like, pretty good deal. I paid $30 for it. Somebody somewhere might want that eventually. If not, I wonder if it's still shootable. I don't know. Flies up to
All I know is
500 feet in the sky.
my plastic one will do the same job as my nice metal one that I was gonna buy. I can put it in. I can display it. It'll be fine. No one will know that it's not shitty. And I can shoot it up in the air, and it'll be all black and shit. It'll look nice because it's supposed to look all black because that's how reusable rockets are supposed to look.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it's cool,
I'm
man.
gonna justify this however the fuck I want.
Like, it's
I was
cool.
having a
I like it.
seizure. Like I was watching my plumber do his work, and I was sitting there like, how am I gonna not spend $300 today?
How am I gonna not spend $300
And I
today?
fucking failed. I spent 200, so I guess I succeeded.
That's crazy.
I have a problem, dude.
It's okay. We've all got
I
problems.
need cut off from my own debit card.
Do you want me to help you?
Yes,
Anytime
please.
you want to buy
Be
something,
my
just send me
manager.
$50.
Yeah, I'll give you my debit card and I'll have to describe to you why I need the thing before I can
Yeah,
you just buy all my shit.
yeah. Like, here's the thing. Like, you'll just give me $50 every time you want to spend money, because after you give me $50, you'll be like, oh, but I don't want to spend more money.
That's perfect.
You
That's honestly
know?
perfect. So every time I have to use my debit card, I have to spend $50 and talk to Tyler, and it's gonna make
No, no, no,
things
no.
way
Just
easier.
like anytime you want to like spend money on something that you don't necessarily need, like a model rocket. Like when you're like, man, I really want that model rocket. You're like, you're about to spend money. You're like, wait, I got to send Tyler $50 first. Then you do it, and then you're like, oh, well, now that I've done that, I probably shouldn't buy this model rocket because, yeah, I don't think I'm going to do it because that's just too much money to spend. And then you'll just not buy stuff. And anytime you think that you might spend it and you need to send me more, so that way it deters you more from buying it, then yeah, you can send
That
me that much money
that's a
too.
good
Like whatever
signal
you can
though. I
afford.
mean, like, cause if I end up just spending $200 a month by just sending Tyler $50 a month every week, like,
Yep.
then and not getting anything from it, eventually I'll
Yep.
learn and I'll stop sending Tyler money. You're muted.
Yeah, sorry, I accidentally hit the button. Yeah, you won't want to buy stuff anymore after that. That's exactly right. That's a foolproof plan. I'll give you my Cash App. We can start this now.
What I want now is I was gonna say a shot collar, but I'm thinking more like a wristwatch. And
Okay.
we each have a wristwatch, and we can shock each other whenever we want. So I have,
Is that gonna work across the across miles?
as long as you have internet connection, it's probably connected to your phone. So Bluetooth to your phone,
Yeah,
and then
good idea.
so I can basically shock you for as long as I want. I just hold the button. It's like I type in Tyler, shock you for as long as I want. And then I type in Anthony, I shock him for as long as I want. And I type in Mitch, and I shock him for as long as I want. And then I go on with my day, and I have a good time.
So okay, but how are you gonna prove that Anthony's even wearing it? Because he can just anytime you see him is gonna be like right now, and he's just gonna be like, yeah, dude, I'm totally wearing it right now. And then really, as soon as the camera turned off, he just took it off and went to bed.
Well, it's got to track your heart rate too. So
Huh?
I should have constant heart rate notifications from all my friends. And that way,
Yeah.
when I shock them, I might be able to know. At least I'll know
I
they're
mean,
wearing it because I'll have their heart rate.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Can you just like not make it just have a switch that says, yeah, he's wearing it? But what happens if he figures out a way to put it on something that makes it seem like he's wearing it?
His he puts it on Hermes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's on Hermes, and then like it says he's wearing it, but he's not.
I don't
Just
know how
saying,
this
it's
is
hard
gonna
to
help
prove.
me. I
Hard to
guess
prove.
it's. I was thinking that you might be able to shock me whenever I was doing something bad, but you're not gonna know that I'm doing something bad. You're just gonna have to
Yeah,
shock me periodically so I'm stay in check.
yeah, yeah, that's true. Or if you want, we can try this idea where you send me $50 every time you want to spend some money,
All right,
and
anytime I want to spend over $200, I'll send you $50.
I like it. That's good. That's a good one. Anytime that you want to, you're like, damn it, it's 201. Got
It's
to send
too
Tyler
much, dude. This is happening. I bought fucking $400 a solar. I bought $300 worth of solar panels because I was drunk and I don't need them.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
No, it's not.
I mean, it is
Okay,
unfortunate. That's
here's
a
the
lot of
deal.
money. And you send them back?
No, here's the deal. It's $100. I've said this before. I'm gonna say it again. It's $100 for 100 watts. Small little solar panel. These were only like $80. It was a good deal. I want these, a year from now. I'm gonna want these. So I just fucking bought them. So
You're crazy.
now I'm just gonna put them in storage, and then whenever I need them, I can install them and fucking go. Like
crazy.
It's not like
Like,
solar
even and
panels are
then
gonna increase in technology in the next year. Like I think I did all right. I'm not really regretting that decision. Maybe the model rocket, but not this.
yeah, yeah. Maybe I mean I don't know.
Not the
You'll
model
have them.
rocket
That's all
either,
that
dude.
matters
That's gonna be a fun time for me and my children that
until
I
you
didn't
lose
have to birth.
them.
I don't know. I have no
No, but
regrets.
but damn it, I had something else I was gonna say to you. I forgot it.
Aliens.
No, no, no. It was something different, but it's really funny that you like to spend money on stupid shit.
Hey, fuck you.
That's just I like to spend money on stupid shit too.
Dude, it's a model
So does
rocket.
my wife.
Okay, well,
I'll
now,
do.
if I would have bought the model that doesn't do anything, that could be considered maybe stupid. I mean, that's just art. That's just a piece of art.
I got Pokemon cards, dude. Like there's
All
Pokemon
right,
cards,
yeah,
tons of
yeah,
them
I
over
got
here.
this.
Yeah, like
Well, hang on.
it's
I
just
wonder how much
stupid
money I've
shit.
spent on VHS tapes.
A lot.
I probably spent $3 today. I got like 6 tapes.
Okay, so let's say you get a VHS 50 cents a tape.
That was today. A lot of times they're 25 cents. Sometimes they're cheaper. But yeah, you could probably go like 30 to 50 cents a tape. I've got probably 700 tapes
Oh my god, that's so many.
at least.
That's so many. You need to get the
So
home
even
the
50
D
cents,
theater.
that's like fucking $300. But I don't think I've spent $300 on these tapes. I think I've spent. I don't want to think about it, but
Nah, you've definitely spent way too much money on VHS tapes. Because
I don't want to
those
think
are like
about it.
dying breed.
Well, when I first started, I honestly thought I was gonna make some money on these things, and I got all these. So you look on eBay, Lion Kings are like $10, $20 a tape, and it's just like pretty consistent, like Lion Kings. I was like, okay, because that's the only VHS I really care about is Lion King, and
That's the only one you care about?
that's really the only one I care about, dude. That's my favorite
What about
fucking
like
movie
Fast and
ever.
Furious?
What?
Or like Lion King? What about Fast and Furious?
I don't have one of those yet.
And
That's a
what
good point.
about like
2006 is when they
there's
stopped making them.
yeah, like
So
Fast
there's
and
got to
Furious,
be a
Too
few.
Fast, Too Furious.
There's got to be a few Fast and Furious in that.
Oh, Too Fast, Too Furious is for sure on a VHS. We had that one.
Dude, I don't have any of those. I never even thought of that series.
You're
It's
missing.
crazy
Those are the
that
ones
that's
you
the
want to
first
get.
one you came up with.
Oh, those
Uh,
are the ones you want to get. Like that's a
I think
franchise that's still going.
Dodgeball, Holes.
Yeah, you definitely want
Oh,
Dodgeball.
I've got Dodgeball, but I don't have Holes. Bob has Holes like that bastard. But
VHS.
no, it's so I started collecting uh Lion King. This is where it all started. I got like a bunch of I got some Lion Kings. I was like, oh, I like watching the trailers to all these movies. And so I got these Lion Kings for like 25 cents a piece. And I was like, oh, I can sell them for $5, $10 on eBay. And I never went through. I've been saving all this bubble wrap and all this shit to like sell them on eBay. And I never have even tried to set up an eBay account. But I have like 30 Lion Kings. I've got a bunch of, not 30, I probably got 20 Lion Kings. I've got a bunch of just the Black Diamond Disneys that are all mint.
Oh yeah, yeah. You got to get all those.
And so I guess I thought I was going to sell them, and now I'm just like too lazy to sell them. So
I mean, I could sell my Pokemon cards. Like I really could. There's some of them like because there's only a few that I like really want. You know what I mean? There's probably like 20 or 30 that I really want. Otherwise, everything else is just kind of like just have it, you know. But
wait, fuck. I had a question about Pokemon cards and I forgot it.
I
I was
can't
thinking
remember it
about,
for you.
so you get a Pokemon tattoo.
Would I?
No, okay, not the question is what Pokemon would you get tattooed on your body?
Ooh, ooh, that's
You
tough
only
for me.
get one, and if you
Only
really want
one?
two, I'll give you two. But you have to go with your
Um,
one first. Your one and only.
um, it's a toss
You
up.
only
I
get
got a
one
couple that
Pokemon.
are. I
That's the
know. I'm trying.
fucking.
Well, let me think about it because that's such a tough
I'm
thing.
gonna
Like
say
I only get
Quilava.
one. You want Quilava?
Yeah, because I'm a Cyndaquil fan for life. But I was thinking about this the other
Yeah.
day, and I was like, you know what? I think Quilava's the coolest part of that evolution. So I never like
See,
this is new to me. Like loving Quilava is pretty new to me. I've always been a Cyndaquil fan, but you know what? I'm going with Quilava.
you know, there's like I'd probably do a shiny Kingdra.
What color's that?
Yeah, purple instead of blue.
What?
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty
I wish
sick.
it
It's
would have
my
been like
that's
silver. I wish it would have been chrome.
because I really like Steelix too. Steelix is like probably one of my all-time favorite Pokemon as well, and
What's a
I
shiny
really like Steelix.
Steelix?
It's gold instead of like silver or
Gold.
platinum.
Well, you've seen
You know.
that, and there's a technically like a crystal Steelix, right? Have you seen that?
Yeah, no, there's like a Crystal Onyx. And I think there's probably yeah, it's like in an episode
Or
or
maybe it's
something like that.
Crystal Onyx. Yeah.
But it's only in the anime that
Yeah.
that exists. It'll never happen anywhere else, which is
So no
unfortunate.
crystal Steelix. You want the gold Steelix, or do you want the regular Steelix?
I'd probably still take the gold Steelix, maybe regular actually, because I wouldn't want it in color if I got a tattoo. I think I'd have
Right.
Steelix to be black and white,
Okay, but it's black and white. But is it
or like just
in
black,
spirit? Is it a gold Steelix or a regular Steelix?
gold and spirit, because shinies for life, dude. Like it's all. It's like the fun. That's the
Or why
best
not
thing
a
about
crystal
Pokemon is hunting.
Steelix? I guess a crystal you'd have to shine a little bit, so that might show through the
Yeah,
black and white.
yeah. I don't know. I'm just saying, like the gold is like
Steelix is probably the coolest. Steelix like Tyranitar, Onyx, all them fuckers. Or no, not Tyranitar.
Tyranitar's
The
sick. Tyranitar.
no, Tyranitar's sick, but fuck that guy. I'm thinking
Nah,
of
dude,
no,
he's like
fuck
Godzilla.
Tyranitar. I hate
He's
Tyranitar
like
for
Godzilla. He's amazing.
Tyranitar sucks. I'm saying Aaron,
Okay.
and then the evolutions of it. I don't know the names, but
Uh, Aaron, Agron,
Aggron, and then
big
Tyranitar
one.
that's made out of metal. That one, that's way
Yeah,
better than Tyranitar. Come on.
yeah, dude, Tyranitar's sick, but like Kingdra, Steelix. I really like Scizor, but like Shuckle is. I'd get a tattoo of Shuckle for sure. I love Shuckle.
So what did you
I
said? You
just
said
gotta
Kingdra. You said
Kingdra's
Kingdra, Steelix,
yeah,
and Shuckle. What are you talking about? What's your one Pokemon you get tattooed on your body?
Kingdra. That's what I want. I'd get Kingdra, but I would
That's
get
a
a tattoo of
sexy
Shuckle.
fucking. That's a good fucking Pokemon, dude. Like,
It's a,
why?
it's
Why did you pick that? Where did that come from?
It's like my favorite one because I Gold and Crystal, like the games growing up, you could only get like so many Pokemon through exclusive stuff or whatever. Like I just remember Kingdra was a hard one to get because you had to have a Dragon Scale, and
That's how
like
you
to
get
be
it.
able,
You can
yeah,
get it in the game without
yeah,
trading and all
you
that
just have
shit.
to evolve it. You have to evolve it. You have to trade. No, there's a way you have to trade the Seadra, and it was just really difficult to get the Kingdra. And so when I
So you
did,
had to
I just that
trade
was
it. Okay.
one of my prized Pokemon. So that's why
But
Steelix was the
you
same
ended
way.
up trading and getting it.
Yeah, I had some friends, a couple of them,
Lucky.
back in the day. Fucking
Did you ever have
such a
Steelix
difficult
in the
thing to get.
game?
Yeah, I had a Steelix too. That's what
You
I'm saying. That's why those are
fucking
my
lucky
favorites
ass
because they were the
bastard.
hardest ones to get. They were the difficult
Oh, I
mons.
just dealt with not having friends, I guess.
First time ever in my life that I can remember that's like a before I didn't know what shinies were growing up. I figured out about that in my adult life. And
Yep.
the shiny like I mean it just eventually, like it came out that's what it was, but I wasn't really playing the games anymore.
Yeah.
So on the 3DS, which oh my god, what's today's date? Not March 19th. The 3DS store is closing soon, so I got to go buy all the Pokemon games in it. But they in Pokemon Crystal on the 3DS, I for the first time have a shiny Pokemon that's not shiny Gyarados.
When's the
Like I
3D?
got
When's the 3DS closing?
March 27th.
Jesus, so I gotta
Yeah.
think about that someday. So, what was your Pokemon you got? In what
Uh
game?
I got Dragonite in Pokemon Crystal. So I have a shiny Dragonite.
Did you get a? What you
I hatched a Dratini. I
Dratini? Okay.
breeded. Yep, I breeded my Gyarados with whatever to get a shiny Dratini, and then
Did it take a
fucking
while? Yeah.
it took like 4 or 5 hours. Like it
The
was way faster than I thought it was going to be.
the best part about Pokemon for me was, uh, I mean, I played Red, and then that got corrupted, and I got sad. But then Silver was my next game probably, and I played Silver. And the first time I ever played it, I got a female Cyndaquil, and I just, I didn't know anything. And so then I just started breeding them, and I got all these Cyndaquils, and I was like, oh, I had like a team of Typhlosions, I had millions of
Meth.
Cyndaquils. I was like, and that was my favorite Pokemon. So I was like,
Yeah.
and before that it was. So it was just like, it was, and then I realized later how lucky that was to not like have to grind for that female
Yeah.
Cyndaquil and all this shit. Because later on in life, I've grinded for this female Cyndaquil, but
Yeah, just like keep restarting the game till you get the female.
yeah, or try to get shiny. But like,
Yeah.
I
I've
just
never I soft reset for a shiny for a minute, but I gave up after a while.
what?
I tried to soft reset the game to try to
Oh,
get a shiny Pokemon from I couldn't do it. I gave up after a while.
well, the beginning is so hard. You gotta go through all the fucking intro. Like, fuck the beginning Pokemon. Like, if you could just try to get a shiny Lugia or a
You save
shiny.
right before just save right before the right before you look at them because that's when they turn shiny.
Oh, well, I'm really stupid.
You save it like right after you like before you walk into the building or
That
whatever,
makes
and then
sense. That makes sense.
yeah.
I would just start the game over. Luckily, I only did it a few times.
Yeah, this way you're at a point that's like really, really close.
Yeah, I didn't know. But no, I loved it because it was my Cyndaquil and it was a Vulpix, and I just felt so pure. I was like, this is my
It was
pure.
a Vulpix.
Yeah, my Vulpix daddy.
Yeah. No man, fucking Shuckle, Kingdra. That's my tattoos. I
So
need to get more tattoos.
you saying I should
More. Like
buy?
a 3DS and buy all the Pokemon
No,
games?
I
Yes.
have a somewhat of a 3DS. I don't know what it's called, but I have a thing that is
Okay.
like
Well,
that.
the Nintendo
It's probably a
Nintendo 3DS.
2DS. It's probably like a super advanced 2DS that flips up and down.
Okay. Well, if you do, you should buy all the Pokemon games because soon they're going to be gone forever. But if you own the games on like an SD card, then you can play them.
So, JC Stroop. Um, that was our fucking
Oh, yeah,
that was what my football coach told me. I don't know what it means, but
I don't know what
he would
it
do this to
means.
us every play. Anyway, um, damn, dude, because I really want to play some of the old Pokemon games like Black and White, X and Y. Well, X and Y I probably can't get on 3DS. Yeah, you can.
X and yeah, I think so.
Well, there's a few.
I don't
Like,
know.
do you
I didn't
think I
play a lot
should?
of those ones.
I was gonna say, like, is this worth getting? Are you getting all these things? Like,
I'm gonna get like red, yellow, blue, like all those ones. Gold, crystal,
that's
silver,
smart. I
alpha.
should definitely get
I'm
at
gonna get
least.
those ones.
I should definitely get red and silver, or red and I have silver, so red and maybe sapphire or some shit.
Man, I need to eat some food. I'm kind of hungry right now. Which reminds me,
You
I
could
have
eat
to get
food.
one more thing. No, dude, no, you don't eat on a podcast, Scott.
You can though. Like half the people do, and half the people don't like it. Half the people don't give a fuck.
I mean, I understand that, and we don't really have like a ton of listeners who are like gonna be
Eating
complaining about it, but
grapes. I was like thinking about this. The guys downstairs who I got my guitar from, which I don't even know where that is. It must be in my living
yeah,
room. Um,
already.
like to just jam, but the guys who got my guitar from, they have a band and they fucking rip, man. They're like a metal heavy. They got some good
Oh, yeah.
fucking music.
Oh yeah.
And when I got my guitar and I just blew them off, I was thinking like, oh fuck, I should have had them on here. They could have talked about the music.
Yeah, they could have.
And so now I'm thinking I should invite them on the podcast and they should talk about their music. And I should
I
be
mean,
like,
like, do they
yo,
play?
just so you know, no one listens to this, but that just means that you don't have to be nervous. So
They play gigs?
I think they're kind of close to that. Yeah.
Kind of close to playing gigs?
I don't know. I don't know if they play. I'm sure they do. I don't fucking know. I'm gonna talk to these people.
Okay.
But how to grow plants, no matter where you live. I'm excited.
No matter where you.
What's this? Fuck
I
yeah,
don't know.
dude. I'm gonna look at my phone, see what the fuck's going on in the world. But
No, man, I'm thinking I'm probably getting close to being done for the night. I
yeah,
thought Anthony would be on. I really did.
yeah, I had some things to talk about with him.
What were they?
Well, it'd be nice if he could defend himself, but you know what? Fuck him. Um, he said he doesn't like puking, and I think that's fucking bullshit because the way he described not enjoying puking was he's like, "Oh, I'm in the bathroom all night dry heaving and I can't puke." And I'm like, "Oh, it
That's not
sucks." And I'm like, "Yeah, exactly. It took a couple days, but I was like,
That's dry.
you have never puked in the situation that you're talking about. Like, you don't like not being able to make yourself puke." He's like, "Oh, I put my hand down my throat. I can't do it. It's fucking like, it just takes, it takes forever. Can't, it sucks." And it's like, okay, well, you don't, puking isn't the problem. It's the not being able to puke. It's the driving. He's like, "Oh,
Yeah,
puking
yeah.
doesn't feel good." I'm like, you wouldn't know, man. Like,
No, he's like, what I get what he's saying, like, because whenever you do like throw up, because I've had instances where after one of those nights at the Creek House, just heavily drinking, where it was hard to get breaths in between the throwing up.
yeah, you're just laying on the floor dying.
Yeah, like it was horrible. Like I don't
But
enjoy it either.
that's not puking. Like,
Yeah,
once you
my,
puke, you do feel better.
no, like I don't enjoy like when it's coming out and I can't like I feel like I'm gonna pass out because I can't breathe because I'm just throwing up so much.
Okay, but
Like
after it's done, after you're done puking, do you feel better?
well, like yeah, after the puking feels good. The
Yeah, of
process of
course.
puking is not
Yeah,
enjoyable.
of course that's not enjoyable. That's not what I'm trying to say, but like, I don't think
Like,
Anthony, like, he doesn't understand that after you're puking, it feels better
yeah,
because it's just the bad feelings are gone. Like, I don't
unless
think
you're
he's ever gotten to that point. He doesn't puke. Like, he just
yeah,
suffers.
unless you're like wasted, blackout drunk. That's horrible, man. Like I hate that shit. That's the worst. Like being sick also sucks, but like after you get it out and then like you go lay down and you pass out, that's always nice because then you're not there anymore. You're just sleeping, and that's good. That's
Such a
truth. I'm just
such a
saying.
good such a good, I don't know, message against drinking. And not drinking. I mean, I'm drinking a lot. It's
Oh,
fine.
it's a good
Just don't
message.
get to the point where you're getting hungover the next day. Like, I mean, I think I've had a tequila shot and like 3 beers. Like, I'm not gonna be hungover tomorrow. Like,
I
it's
mean,
fine. But if I would drink 6 more beers tonight, like, I'm a lightweight. I would
yeah,
fucking.
you'd be toasted like that tomorrow
But
morning. You would not feel good.
the other thing is, I don't know how to eat food and drink at the same time. I'm really bad about that. And tonight, I didn't eat much food either, but I was at the bar and I had a bunch of wings and a bunch of fries, and it's like
So you had some bar food.
yeah,
Bar
no,
food.
I had a bunch of food, and like I took the tequila shot while I was eating a bunch of food, and it was like, that's the way to do it. But I'm not
Yeah,
very
yeah,
smart about that sometimes. A lot of times I don't eat and then I take the tequila shot. It's a
yeah,
lot.
yeah.
There's a big difference if you have wings in your stomach when you take the tequila shot or if you don't.
I think everybody knows that. You always want food when you're drinking because
Okay,
the
well,
food just
I'm
like helps.
30 years old and I fucking barely know that. So I don't think
No, you know it. You just choose not to do it. That's it. Like, and
I
maybe it's
choose.
not a conscious decision. It's just something that happens. You're just like you don't do it.
No, it's, well, fuck. Like, I didn't eat today, and I'm definitely taking this tequila shot. Like,
You didn't eat lunch today either.
nah, dude, I don't know what happened. So when I started this job, I just kind of started blowing through lunch like Timmy does on the sketch of the hot dogs, and I started blowing through it, and uh, I don't know.
You blew through lunch.
I
So
just blew
describe
through
what does
lunch.
blowing through lunch mean?
No, you get me, right? Like the
Yeah,
sketch
I
of
know what
Tim.
you're saying. Yeah, what does blowing through lunch mean?
No, it just means not eating lunch. Like,
I mean, okay. I mean,
dude, do you like take off for
or
lunch?
you ate tons of hot dogs.
No, that's the fucking best. But no, I just fucking show up. The plumber's always working around noon. Like, I'm just trying to get my shit done around noon, and like, so I could like take off at 1 or 2 and fucking take a break, but I just don't, and I'd rather just get my shit done and go home.
Yeah, yeah.
So it just started that way, and then once you stop eating lunch, It's like super easy to not eat lunch, and you're not hungry.
I mean, I don't like skip lunch. I just eat it way later in the day than normal.
Well, okay, so well, it's weird. Like it's just whatever you're used to. So like if you stop eating lunch, you're not
Yeah,
hungry ever. Like you're just not hungry
yeah.
until, it's like 6, 7 o'clock. I need something because I barely ate any
Do you eat a
breakfast.
lot then, like just one big meal?
Yes. So I eat like a granola bar and a banana and like an apple. Like I eat some snacks in the
Throughout
morning.
the day?
I eat some
Okay,
snacks in the
yeah.
morning. And it's always just like snacks in the morning and then a big meal at night. And the big meal is not as big as it should be. Um, my name tag's malnourished and horny tonight. Um, because that's me. Um, but yeah, so
Malnourished and
but yeah, so I basically eat like one meal a day. It's not enough. I'm trying to eat some
well, you
multivitamins.
should probably go eat something now because I'm gonna go
Dude, I'm
probably
fucking
make I don't
stuffed.
know maybe
I had eight
or something.
wings. I had 8 wings all day today. The only thing I've eaten today
Yeah.
is 8 wings. No, I had my sister actually made
8
some.
wings isn't. You said you ate a ton of wings. 8 wings isn't a ton of wings.
Dude, it's a ton in one sitting. It's not a ton for
Uh,
all day.
I'd say like a ton is like 16 or 24 or something
No,
like
but
that.
to be fair, I
12 wings
had
is pretty
my
normal.
my sister-in-law made some bomb ass like fucking tortilla sandwich things, whatever you want to call them. Bunch of meat and cheese in a tortilla and all that shit.
Yeah, just like
Like
a tortilla roll machine.
no, like a quesadilla, but it was fucking dope. And so I've had some food today. I'm like actually less malnourished than I've ever been in my life. So feeling
No,
great.
that's
I've had
good. That's good.
alcohol.
Well, I'm happy for you, Scott. I'm glad you're doing all right over there in the world you're living in. Don't be afraid of the Y-Files. It's okay. It's a good show. You can watch it. You should really watch the backward speech one though. It's very interesting. It's very
I'll have to
intriguing.
pepper some in. I might have watched too many in a row.
I think you're looking too much into it, but if you go into the backward speech one, it's pretty interesting. But I think I am gonna be done for the night. I think I'm done. I'm uh I'm ready to go finish up watching my ALGS competition.
All right, we'll go get your Kingdra tattoo. I gotta get a
Nah,
tattoo
dude,
here recently.
I'm gonna land a Vario kickflip. Check it out. Here we
I
go.
have like I have okay, here we go. I love this camera view. Um but I love that blanket in the background. The fucking blue. It looks sexy as fuck. It's
Yeah,
purple.
yeah. It's like a quilt or
Dude, that
whatever.
is the colors are dope.
It's like a drug rug.
All right, you call it what you want, but
I don't know what you would call it. It's like a drug rug. Like
it's
it's
a blanket. A drug rug is like a isn't that like a
yeah, a
poncho?
hoodie, but like that's like made out of the same material, like
Okay,
same
so
kind
it's
of like
like a
stitching.
drug rug. It's not a drug
Yeah,
rug.
I don't know what you want to call it, but that's what it is.
It's a
Check this out.
goddamn
I'm gonna land this
blanket.
there. Oh, see that? You missed it. I'm gonna land this Vario kickflip or whatever it is.
Well,
This tray flip.
what am I thinking here? My priorities here need to be paramotor, but I'm probably gonna switch that to tattoo. I gotta get a tattoo.
You could switch it to back to. So when does? What if you got a paramotor and a tattoo on the same day?
No, that's not gonna happen because paramotor's the engine alone's like 3, 4 grand.
What if you just like buy a used one or something?
Well, I could, but I'd rather spend 3 or 4 grand and get a brand new motor.
It's
Um,
true, but like all you need the motor for is to get off the ground.
well, honestly, all I need is a used hang glider from the '70s, and I'm fine. But if I'm in Colorado
That's
and I can jump off some stuff, but
You can go to
so
California and just jump off some stuff.
no, I'd like to go to Colorado and just spend a couple weeks there, like I was gonna do in Texas, and just spend a couple weeks in Colorado and just jump off of some stuff. But
Oh, damn it. I'm so good at
no, I
this
think a
fucking.
tattoo, because like I say, all this shit I want to buy is so expensive, and a tattoo I want's gonna be like $300, $400, whatever it's gonna be. Like, just get that shit done. Give me a
I mean, it depends
tattoo.
on what kind of tattoo you get. It
No, it's
depends on
right
how big
here,
your tattoo
circle
is.
about the size of my fist or about the size of my hand, just right here on the shoulder.
Probably
Just
spend like $200, yeah.
Well,
Alright.
you say that, and I'm gonna spend way more because I don't understand the prices and the tips and all this shit. Like, I just want this thing. It's gonna be really detailed and all this stuff. It's like, seems like a $300 tattoo.
It'll be tip will include that because if you really like it, then yeah, you want to make a good tip. But all right, dude, fucking what time you getting off work tomorrow?
Oh, I haven't worked until Thursday, dude.
What time you don't work till Thursday? Okay, well I'll hit you up in the morning then. We're gonna go over Twitter together. We're gonna fucking figure out
Alright.
what to follow, and
Yeah,
then we can post a bunch of shit
let's
and talk
talk
about it.
tomorrow, dude.
All right, dude. Fucking we'll catch your ass later.
Later, man.
Deuces.